Hello everyone, welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. Shelby Shuffle Mode is all music based, so if you are interested in that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But today's video, I am talking about Demi Lovato's albums. I'm ranking all 6 of her albums. Number 6 will be the bottom of my list. Number 1 will be the number 1 that I like most. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because our girl Demi recently got engaged. Congrats to her. She more than deserves it, and I'm just happy to see her so happy and healthy. And it got me just thinking about all of her music and how it's been a few years since she's released a studio album. And as I was going through all of her songs, I just thought about making this video. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my list. And I will be honest, this was a really hard one for me to list out. I really love like a handful of songs from each of her albums, and it's just hard because I kind of put them all equal in my mind, but I forced myself to do it, so I'm gonna do it, and here we go. We're gonna start with number 6. Number 6 on my list is her album from 2011, Unbroken. That was about the easiest one for me to place. I knew that that was going to be the bottom of my list for a couple reasons. It's poppy, and I love Demi's pop music. Like, I love her music, but the songs on there are a few songs on there that are absolute standouts, and I'll talk about those in a second, but there are a lot of duets on this album. Like, a lot of very pop radio focused duets, and that's fine, but for me personally, I just find myself, especially as time has gone on, skipping them. But there are a few standout tracks from Unbroken that I thoroughly enjoy. One obviously being Skyscraper. Skyscraper is just such a powerful, beautiful ballad, and especially the story behind the lyrics and when she recorded it and just all of the troubles she's had, especially in her adolescence. You can just feel it in that song, so that song's gorgeous. I do like the single Give Your Heart a Break. That's just a really fun pop song that I think is catchy in all the right ways. And 2 other songs from that album that I do listen to pretty frequently still would be Unbroken. I think it's a fun one. Lastly, I love Fix a Heart. Pretty much any ballad on a Demi Lovato album I'm going to love because her vocals are just so overwhelmingly powerful and forceful, and I love the tone of her voice. But yes, I do like Fix a Heart. Number 5 on my list is her very first album from 2009, Don't Forget. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I really do like this album to this day, even though the topics are definitely a bit more like teenage love topics. The reason I put this one at number 5 is because obviously her music has matured and changed a lot over the years, and the sound of this album is very different from her other albums, and that's because the Jonas Brothers produced it. Now, I love the Jonas Brothers, I really do, but when you listen to this Demi Lovato album, you can tell that they influenced it a lot, so I'm not sure if it's exactly what she maybe wanted sound-wise. Tracks from this album that do stand out to me, and I just also can't believe that like a teenager was singing them, was first and foremost Trainwreck. The lyrics of Trainwreck I think are pretty mature, and I do like the arrangement, the music arrangement of that song. Two Worlds Collide, that's just a really sweet song. I think that it's just like a beautiful mid-tempo song about friendship. It's one I like to listen to when I'm feeling nostalgic. Another song on the album that I enjoy, that I still really enjoy, and it's not a popular one, and that's The Middle. It's a bit darker sounding in the music arrangement, but it is more of like your pop rock, like rocker song on the album. But I remember just for some reason really loving it when I first heard it when I was a teenager, and even to this day if it pops up on shuffle, I'm like, I don't skip it, I just listen to it. Number 4 on my list of Demi albums, this is where, from number 4 on, this is where it got really tricky with my ranking, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even 100% confident in what I put here. I put her album from 2013, Demi at number 4. I would say that Demi is her truest pop album. Like a good, not too immature pop. It's just like good straight pop music, and I love the single Heart Attack from there. It is very good. I think it's a beautiful, awesomely fun single. Neon Lights from Demi is such a fun dance track, and I also love her vocals at the end of that song when she's harmonizing with herself. They are astoundingly high notes. Her ballads on Demi, I think that's when her ballads really started to, well, with the exception of Skyscraper, this was where her ballads really start reigning supreme as the songs that I love. And the ballads I like from Demi a lot were In Case, Warrior, and Nightingale. I think Nightingale shows her vocals beautifully. For a true pop album, this is a good one. Number 3, I don't know if people are going to be surprised that I am putting this as high as number 3, but I put her second studio album, Here We Go Again, and that was released in 2009. I just think we all need to take a moment and remember that in 2009, Demi Lovato was very much still a teenager. And when you think of the Disney Channel stars and the music that was being released at that point, by 2009, that album felt like it was in a league of its own compared to the other Disney stars. And I say that because she still had pop rock. It was very much still a pop rock album, but she worked with, for example, she worked with John Mayer on the song World of Chances. Like, John Mayer plays guitar on it, and you can tell, if you know John Mayer, you can tell that that is his guitar playing. I just felt like for a teenager, it was a really good album, and it was a very good introduction towards what Demi Lovato has become as a musician. Tracks from Here We Go Again I really liked is Here We Go Again. I think that's a very fun single, nice pop rock one. Every Time You Lie is gorgeous. It's got a jazz influence to it. I love a good piano moment, and there's a lot of nice piano moments on that one. Stop the World, I think, is just a really cute love song. It kind of feels like Romeo and Juliet-esque, where it's like a secret love. World of Chances, I already brought it up. Freaking John Mayer is on guitar on that. John Mayer was like, yes, teenage Demi Lovato, you seem super talented. I will come and work on some songs with you. How cool is that? The last one on that album that I really like, that was just fun, is You Got Nothing on Me. I think it is just pure fun. And once again, I love the chord transitions throughout that song too. I'm a big sucker for those sorts of chords. So yeah. That one's just a good time. Number 2 on my list of Demi Lovato albums is from 2015, and that is Confident. And I think Confident is a beautiful example of adult Demi Lovato doing a straight pop album. That was also her first album where she did get a Grammy nomination for Best Pop Vocal Performance, I believe, on that album, and I 1000% agree with that. Her vocals are strong, and the lyrics have matured a lot from her album before that. You can really tell she's grown up, and she is taking a lot more ownership of her artistry. Songs I like from Confident would be Cool for the Summer. I really enjoyed that single. I know it turned a lot of heads because of references in it, but regardless, it felt like a great summer single. 2 of my all-time favorite Demi Lovato ballads come from this album, and that is Stone Cold, which is very raw, real, stripped back music-wise, and then the other ballad that has a lot more production to it. The powerful chorus on it I just absolutely love is Lionhearts. I said Lionhearts, it's Lionheart. I don't know why I added an S on that, but Lionheart I love to listen to this day. I also really like the song Yes. I think Yes is a very nice song on this album. And finally, Father. Father is an absurdly personal song to Demi. If you don't know why, you can Google it. I will not go into it here, but once you know how personal it is to her and you listen to the lyrics, you're like, ooh, this is sad, but also beautiful. That leaves only one album left, and it is Tell Me You Love Me. That is the #1 album I have picked for Demi Lovato for a variety of reasons. The reason why Tell Me You Love Me from 2017 I think should be #1 and is her best album to date is because she kind of has drifted from the pop world, not completely, but she drifted from the pop world in this album, entered a bit more soul sounds and elements, and also some more R&B elements, and that just suits her personality and her voice so much. I mean, she truly can be a pop queen, but I think this album, showing musically her dipping her foot more into soul and R&B, it's perfect. It just sounded great. It suited her. I love the compilation of tracks. It made it just feel very much like this is Demi Lovato. Tell Me You Love Me, not only the name of the album, but also one of her singles, it just kind of encompasses all of it. It has the pop flair. It definitely has soul. I feel like that song just shows what I think is like the truest sound from Demi Lovato. Other tracks from Tell Me You Love Me that I really enjoyed were You Don't Do It For Me Anymore. Once again, powerful ballad, sad one. A song that I really enjoy, that's a lot of fun and definitely more grown up, is Sexy Dirty Love. It's got a fun vibe to it. You can dance, you can just like feel good about yourself listening to it, but it's just fun, and I really enjoy how it's definitely an up-tempo song, but the music and the production and the arrangement just suit the lyrics so well. That one is a highlight on that album for me. I think Ruin the Friendship is a mood. It is a mood. Ruin the Friendship, she really pulls it in, sings very softly, and once again, the music, the arrangement just complements the lyrics of the song wonderfully. Finally, I very much love the song Hitchhiker from that album. I think it is a wonderful way to end that album. So what are your thoughts? What would be your order of her albums? This was one of the toughest rankings I have ever done or have ever thought of doing, because truly, I just think there are so many standout songs on all of her albums, and it made it really difficult for me to figure out what order to put them in. But I feel like I'm okay with this order in the end. But let me know in the comments how you would rank her albums, and also let me know in the comments what you hope from her next album. It's been 3 years since Demi Lovato has released an album, which a lot's happened in her life in those last 3 years. I think this was a well-needed and well-deserved break. And like I said, she's engaged now, so maybe Demi's gonna start releasing some new music, who knows? And I would love to know what you hope for in the next Demi Lovato album, whenever that may be. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you would like to subscribe, that would also be really great as well. But once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.